Welcome to the training today. In this training, I want to share with you how you're going to be able to generate $100,000 in sales into your gym or fitness studio in 90 days or less. And the best thing is this works even if you're in a saturated area, because I know that's usually what a lot of people have problems with, but I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to break through that no matter how competitive your space is. So strap yourself in, guys, and really consume this training, because this can really revolutionize and quickly grow your gym or fitness studio. So over the next 15 minutes or so, guys, just do me a favor, either switch off your phone or put it on silent. Just don't get distracted. There's a bunch of stuff we're going to go through today, and I don't want you to miss out. Once again, so focus on this tab only if you are on your computer. Don't get distracted by Facebook and those kinds of things. Those things can wait. What can't wait is growing your business, growing your gym, growing your fitness studio. So I'm going to reveal all of it to you today in this training, and I don't want to hold anything back. And providing you take action, you take notes, and you go and do everything that I show you today, I promise you, I put my business's reputation on it, you will get the results. All right. Now, any questions at all after this, guys, today, feel free to either send me an email, tyler@standoutsocial.com.au, that's me, or you can also find me on Facebook. There's a bit.ly link there, bit.ly/Tyler Garner. You go through that, you're going to find me on Facebook. Feel free to connect. More than happy to have you on my friends list. I post a bunch of content there time and time again, so feel free to get involved. Now look, guys, before we get started, let me tell you exactly why you should listen to me, or why at least it's worthwhile, and who exactly I am. So like I told you, my name's Tyler Garner, and what a lot of people don't know about me is that I used to be a personal trainer. And like a lot of you guys who ended up getting qualified, the first thing that you realize as soon as you step out into the fitness industry is just, it's not easy. And no matter what you've been taught within your training program, they teach you to be a great personal trainer or a great fitness coach, but they do not tell you how to be a business owner. They do not tell you how to be a coach, or they do not tell you how to run a successful fitness business. And it's the biggest trap that you can get stuck into. And so for me, at least, and just so you can understand where I'm coming from, I set out on a journey to understand how to grow my fitness business, because I realized that flyers just wasn't going to cut it. I didn't have the budget for TV or radio, and I really had to make something happen, and I didn't know what I needed to do. And so what I did, I set out on a journey to try and learn fast about how to grow my fitness business so that I can actually make some sustainable income and have control over when I work, who I work with, and how often I work and how much I make. Because without control, you can't do those things. And so on went this journey of discovery, and since then I've been termed a marketing expert. That's not self-termed. Other people have said that. My clients say that. And, you know, I like to think that I am an expert in what I know. And, you know, I want to be able to share all of that with you today. And I'm also a consultant to business owners and entrepreneurs alike. And ideally, I turn gyms into cash cows. So things that you can put into a system where you know you're guaranteed to get results. You spend an X amount of dollars and you get Y amount back. And I'm going to show you how to do that yourself today. All right. So here's what you can expect from this free training. Actual valuable content is the first one. So there's going to be absolutely no fluff. I'm not here to beat around the bushes, guys. I'm here to give you exactly what you need. Okay, it's going to be a clear, concise, and proven blueprint that's actually going to get you the results. You just need to be able to action this. You can't get results from something that you never action. You need to actually do this. All right, this will be everything you need to make 100 grand, and I can promise you that because we do it time and time again. All right, I'm going to show you proof that we've made it happen before, and I'm going to give you direction and certainty, because I think, you know, it's one thing to be able to say it, but I want to show you how easy it is. And by the end of this, I want you motivated, amped up, and ready to go, and I want you taking action from the moment this video finishes. All right, now this video is for you if you're ready to get a rush of new clients at your choice of pace, which means that you don't have to rely on 1 a week or 10 a week, or hey, 50 a week would be great. But if you don't have control over that, then you don't have control of your business, right? You need to be able to have control, and that's what this training is going to help you with. If you're ready to learn to get free leads, I'm going to show you how to get free leads. So you don't pay a thing and they still keep coming in non-stop, and you know how many are going to come in week on week on week. I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to show you as well how to, if you're ready to finally crack the code on how to grow your gym with the right kind of clients, well, I'm going to show you that as well. Okay, this training is exactly for you guys. Now, the problem with running a business in the fitness industry, like I said, when you get certified, when you get qualified, you're not taught how to grow a business. And as soon as you go start either working within somebody else's gym or on your own, you want to start a group boot camp, that's all good and well. You know how to train them, but you do not know how to grow your business, or at least 90% of the people that come through do not know how to grow their business, do not know how to get clients, so they end up doing things that don't work, like Instagram posts or networking events, and they're all great and they might get you a few clients, but it's never going to really scale your business. And you didn't go into this. Well, most people don't start a business and work ridiculously long hours and go through all of the stress and the pain just to get an okay income. We want to have control and we want to make a lot of money. Look, it's not your fault that you don't know this. If anything, the institutions that are training you need to involve new trainings and give it to you, not an upsell, but the actual trainings on when you become a personal trainer, you are essentially running your own business, whether you're in your own gym, building your own practice, or you're working for somebody else. You are still renting their space. You're still paying rent or you're paying a percentage. You never really are working for anybody else unless you're working for a big box gym like Jets or something like that, right? You need to be able to know how to market, how to sell, and how to grow your business. And they don't teach you that. And so it's not your fault. And I want to be able to fix that for you today. Before I get started on what will work, how about we talk about what won't work, just so you can understand what you need to stop doing so that you can start getting the results. Here's what won't get you the results, guys. Cold calls are not going to get you there. Yes, they may get you some. They're not going to get you to where you want to be, and they're most definitely not going to get you $100,000 in sales in the next 90 days. Free trials. Look, they attract the worst kind of people. They're only there for a freebie. They're not too serious, and they're never going to be willing to pay your fees if you've got a well-priced gym because you know you deliver results. Relying on referrals is great. I know people get results from referrals, and they are great. But look, you can never predict how many new clients you're going to get, how many new members you're going to get based on referrals because you do not control that flow. Okay, flyers are just an old redundant scheme. It's as bad as TV, it's as bad as radio. It just doesn't do the effort and doesn't work the way that you need it to, and you do not have control over that, and it's extremely time intensive. And like I touched on earlier, guys, networking isn't going to get you there. Bring a friend passes is just as well as free trials and relying on referrals. You do not have control. The underlying factor here, guys, is you do not have control, and that's the biggest error in business is when you do not have control of your lead flow. Because if you need to make $50,000 in the next month and you don't have control, how the hell are you going to do it? Most of the time, you won't. So what I want to show you today is how to get control. And here's another one, posting on Instagram. That's not going to get you the results. Neither is posting on Facebook. It's all hope marketing, guys. Along with asking your friends to share your posts, or even worse, you tag your friends in your post without their consent so that you can spread the awareness and try and hack the algorithm to get in front of more people who do not know you. It's untargeted, it's unsolicited, and it's honestly just a really bad way to be able to promote your gym, guys. So enough about the bad stuff. Let's focus on the good stuff. Let's focus on exactly what's going to make you this money, this $100,000 in the next 90 days in your business. All right, here's what's going to get you the results. You need to have your specific target market. You need to know exactly who it is that you're going out to. You need to know what they actually want with a crystal clear offering that speaks to them and their pain point. It needs to be leveraged. It can't just be a let's work one-to-one. You know why? Because there's only so many hours in the day. And if you're working one-to-one with someone, great, you're going to make a little bit of money out of it. But how are you ever going to scale if it's one-to-one without hiring a PT and you don't scale as fast as you need to? So you need leverage. You need to be able to serve a lot of people in a short amount of time. You need a reliable lead gen system, which is something that you can control. That's the biggest thing that you're going to take from this today, guys, is control. Controlling your lead flow, controlling your income, everything just that you will be able to control, so you know how much you need to spend to make the amount of money that you want with predictability. You need to know your sales skills, you need to know your numbers, and you need to have systems that can work for you on autopilot while you sleep. Here's a little bit about how it looks from an overview, and then we're going to dive into the crux of it. So you need to get really clear on who it is that you're going to help serve, and I cannot express this enough. If you just want to be generic and say that you help anyone who wants to lose weight, you're competing against big box gyms. The issue with this is that big box gyms can charge less than you, are willing to spend more on marketing for you because they know that they can acquire a customer and hold on to them for a long time, and they've got the unlimited budgets in order to do so. You do not want to play in this field, and you do not want to be charging $12 a week. $3 a week is as cheap as I've seen it with some Planet Fitnesses. So I'm sure you guys don't want to exist there. And the way you overcome this is by getting clear on who you're going to serve. The next thing you want to do is create a challenge. Your challenge needs to guarantee a result for them in the next period of time. That might be a 14-day challenge, a 21-day challenge, a 28-day challenge. If you want to have a higher ticket offer of a 4 to 6 week challenge, you can do that as well. And you can charge a couple $100 doing it, but it's a different process altogether. And we're not going to go into that today, guys. So what you need is a 14, 21, or 28-day challenge that's going to guarantee them some kind of a result once you know exactly what result that is that your ideal client wants. You need to make a choice about how it's going to be priced, like I said. Your group challenges can be ranged anywhere from $45 to $95, and then you can have the high ticket of $250 to $500. You just need to be able to word that correctly. What we're going to be talking about today, though, is the group challenges, because these ones work exceptionally well. You get more people on board, and when you deal with the numbers, these guys convert much more often and you grow your business much faster. So let's get stuck straight into how this is going to work. You need to get leads into the offer, obviously, for every single challenge you run, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. You need to capture your leads details on what's known as a landing page, which is like a miniature website, which is super easy. You don't need to be tech savvy, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So you can get their name, number, and email. You call, you close them onto your challenge, and everyone's happy, and then they become a member. You run the challenge once every 2 weeks. You can do it once a week, once a month, however you choose, but the sweet spot that I've found is once every 2 weeks or so. Logistically, it's easy to track and easy to follow, and because we're doing it over 90 days, which is essentially 3 months, it's around 6 challenges in total, and they're the kind of explanations we're going to go through today and the examples. We want to fill every challenge that you run in that period of time. And so by doing it every 2 weeks, it gives you a pool of people that you can attract, right? You want to sell a percentage of the people that come into your gym onto the contract or onto the membership, however you charge. If you sign them on a contract, fantastic. If you don't, also fantastic. You just need to know your numbers and exactly how long they stick around for, and the rest will work itself out. Okay, the percentage will always come through. So anyone who comes through the challenge, if you get 100%, fantastic. It means that you can increase your prices because it's obviously a really good deal and a fantastic group environment and challenge, etc. Most of the time it's around 50 to 70, sometimes 30%, but you got to work out those numbers, right? Now, after you've done all of those things, you're going to make $100,000 in sales. I guarantee it. I promise you. I'm going to show you how this all works. All right. The first thing you're probably wondering is this: how the hell do I fill these challenges? Great question. Let's get stuck straight into how to fill the challenge. Look, the core of it is Facebook ads, right? There has never been a better time to be a gym or a fitness studio of any kind, yoga, Pilates, whatever, CrossFit, all of that stuff. There's never been a better time. Your market exists on there. They're on there every single day, and it's super ridiculously cheap to be able to get these people into your challenges. It won't always be, but it is right now, and I'm going to show you exactly how it all works out. I'm really excited. So the first thing you do is this: you target your local area, whether it's a 5, 10, 25K radius, however far that you think that you need to be able to serve. Okay, you call out the ideal customer. So when you know who your offer is for, who your challenge is for, not for John and Mary, either the woman or the man, and that feels a particular way, right? You call them out. You send them to your landing page that you've designed to be able to capture their details. Then you do capture their details. You call them, you close them, and you make some money. And that's it. That is the core of how this all works. Once they join your challenge, you know that there's going to be a percentage of people who start the challenge and follow through to sign up onto your membership afterwards. And that's what you need. Let's go ahead and look in exactly what the tools required are in order for you to be able to achieve this. Okay, so the tools required, the first thing is an advertising budget. No shit, right? You're gonna need to be able to spend money on ads in order to be able to grow. This goes out to your ideal market, and like I said, it's super, super cheap. Now, the best thing is you're able to generate leads for free. I'll show you how to do that. I promised you at the beginning, I'm gonna show you how to get free leads, and I will break it down, I promise you. You just gotta stick with me, because the free leads part is what rapidly accelerates your business, and is what helped another gym that I've worked with go from 5 paying members monthly into 2 locations within a 6-month period of time. And I'm going to show you how it all works out soon. All right, you're going to need to try out a ClickFunnels or Instapage. Now, both of those links are below where you can actually get the trial and you can start the whole processes. If you've got something like that already, fantastic, but I've used both ClickFunnels and Instapage, and these both work. Do not use your website. I cannot express this enough. Don't send them to your contact page on your website. People get distracted, people get confused, they don't know what they're there for. A landing page is put for the purpose of sending people to a destination where there's only one thing they can do, and that's opt in for your offer, for your service, whatever it is. And at this point, you need either ClickFunnels or Instapage. When you do this, and when you do get the trial and you don't know where the hell to start, send me a message and I can steer you in the right direction. I'm more than happy to help you out from there. You're going to need some kind of a CRM to be able to capture the leads and their details so it doesn't just exist in your inbox. All right, you need to be able to follow up these people, know who they are, know how far along the process they are, etc. One thing I found is that MindBody isn't the best to use here. With the clients that I've worked with and consulted with, MindBody tends to not communicate too well with the systems. And so I'd advise if you use MindBody, great, still use that, but you need to have another system in place that you can keep track of the leads and the sales, etc. You're going to need a phone call, phone to be able to call and close them. Obviously, they're not just going to walk in on their own, so you need to be able to call them. But really, guys, that's it, right? Those are the 4 things that you're going to need, and there's nothing more to it. And essentially, you start the challenge, you have all the tools required, and you are destined to make $100,000 in the next 90 days. I promise you, it's that simple. So let's get into the numbers and show you exactly how this is going to make you the money, because we've shown you how to do it, we've shown you how simple it is, we've shown you what you're going to need to do and what you need in order to make it a reality, and providing you've got all of these things, let's show you how exactly this breaks down to $100,000. So we're going to use a dummy gym as an example. Here's a few things we're going to assume. We're going to assume that the monthly membership is $200, which is $50 a week. We're going to assume that the average member stays on for 12 months. We're also going to assume that we run one challenge every 2 weeks. We're going to assume that 50% of the people who enter the challenge sign on to a monthly to the memberships after. Okay. We're also going to assume that our entry fee to our challenge is $75. And we're going to assume that 75% of the people who leave their name, number, and email address for us are going to join the challenge, because not 100% do. And if 100% do, then you're doing something phenomenally well, but it's just human nature. They sign up for something and then they change their mind. And usually it's around somewhere between 75 to 90 to 60%, somewhere between there. So I just went in the middle and said 75 here, guys. All right. Our goal is to be able to generate $100,000 in membership sales, and we're going to break down exactly how this works. But this is what the dummy gym looks like. Okay. So stick with me now. So let's do some basic math. How much does one new member equal? Well, $200 turns into, over 12 months, turns into $2,400 for one customer. Now, how many members do we need to achieve $100,000 with a $2,400 lifetime value of a customer? We need 42 brand new members, okay? Okay, that means we need 84 people to join our challenge, knowing that 50% of the people who take the challenge turn into paying customers, right? Next thing we need, how much do we make out of the 84 challenge entrants at $75 each? Because remember, as they join the challenge, they're actually paying us, so we're making money initially anyway. We make $6,300 from those who actually take on our challenge, even if they sign up or not, which is a good amount of money, right? It helps. It pays for the overhead. It might pay for contractors or trainers if that's what you got. And it also pays for your advertising, which is fantastic. And we'll go into that deeper a little bit later. So how much does it equal then for each challenge? If you need 84 entrants and you have 6 challenges, that's 14 people in each challenge that you need once every 2 weeks. That means you need to get one person per day to sign up for your challenge in order for you to be profitable. Do you see how easy this is? Can you see, like, if you can get one person per day saying, yeah, I want to sign up for this challenge, it looks really good. Can you see how quickly you can make $100,000? Even if you needed to double that number, you need 28 people to join each single challenge to make $100,000. That is so easy to do, guys. So easy to do. So overall, when you look at the numbers, we need a certain amount of leads every single time to convert into the challenge. And if we know that 75% of the leads that actually say that they want to join turn into customers, we know that we need 112 leads in total to turn that into 84 challenge members, people into the challenge, which then turns into the 42 members that end up signing on, right? So how many leads per week? Like, not people that are signing on into the challenge, but how many leads people need to put their hand up and say, I want to join this challenge? We need 19 leads per challenge. So over a 2-week period of time, that's around 1.5 leads per day, which, guys, is so easy to do. So easy. So let's look at what we know. Okay, our average cost per lead is approximately $10 to $20. This is a real stat. When I've worked with other gyms in the past, these are the stats that we've gotten. An average cost per lead of $10 to $20. Okay, and we're going to assume that we've spent $22, which is above average, and we want to be hard on ourselves here for the purpose of an example. Let's assume that we spent $22 per lead to be able to get these people in. We got 112 leads into our challenges at $22 each. That means that we've spent $2,464 to acquire these 112 leads. Do you see this though? Here's the thing. We made $6,300 from the challenge signups, which actually means that we've generated these leads for free, right? We haven't had to spend any money in order to acquire these customers because they've paid for the challenge, which means that they've paid for us to advertise to them, for them to take our challenge, and we made money, and we're making money on the back when they become a member too. Can you see how simple and easy this is and why you cannot lose? Okay, we keep spending money on our ads to get more leads into the challenge because we're making money, and then we just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It doesn't need to be a 90-day process, guys. This can be an every single day for the rest of the time that you own a gym and you expand into new areas. There is no reason to stop this. Okay, here's how it works in a cycle. It's a self-feeding cycle. Once you feed it once, it'll just keep feeding itself. It's phenomenally profitable for gyms and fitness businesses and fitness studios. And this is why I'm so excited to bring this to you today. So here's how it works. Step 1, you're gonna spend money on ads. Step 2, you're gonna get leads into the challenge at $22 each. Step 3, you're gonna make $75 per challenge sale. Okay. Step 4, after the challenge, you're gonna have people sign on to a 12-month contract. So you're gonna make money there. Step 5, you're going to arrange to start a new challenge in 2 weeks' time after you set the start date for your first challenge. So then step 1, you're going to spend money on ads again in order to get more people into this next 2-week challenge. Then step 2, you're going to get leads back again at $22 each. And it just keeps going around and around and around, and you will never lose money providing that you reach these numbers. Can you see this? Can you see how this is free, automated lead generating? So people are constantly putting their hand up to say, hey, I really want to take on this challenge. I really want to come and play in your gym, come and work out in your gym, and I want you to help me get the result that I'm really looking for. Okay, let me show you what this looks like with the machine in action, because it does work. And like I said, we've done it in the past. We've made this happen for a gym and go from next to no members into 2 different locations using this machine in action because it works. He was able to go from 1 location to 2 locations in the matter of 6 to 7 months, guys. Super fast growth, and it can happen for you too. This is literally what you've been missing in order to grow your business. So let's get stuck straight into how this works. This is a story of a gym from the United States. His challenge was a ladies' 28-day challenge. Now, granted here, this is where we could have improved. We could have tailored our challenge a little bit more to the right people, made it more specific, but we still got phenomenal results. We hadn't had to change it just yet. The price was $79 for 28 days. Now, the competition, exceptionally high. Where this guy's gym was located was in a facility located around 5 other gyms. So he was no new fish. He wasn't new. He entered into shark-infested waters where he could have been eaten up any second. It was extremely competitive. All right, let's break down some of the results that we got. Here's 1 month's result. We didn't start in August last year. We started around March or April. And in that time, the first few months, we generated 30, 50, 40 leads consistently every single month. And then we really turned on the burners and ramped things up once we optimized our campaigns, right? What you're going to see in the month of August, we spent $800, okay, over here. We spent $800 in total for the month of August. Not a lot of money, guys. You can start with $800 yourself. If you take a look at how many leads we generated 119 leads at $6 each. These are leads that are worth $79 to this gym owner. So he can afford to burn through almost 12 leads and still make a profit. Can you see how profitable this is and how amazing this is to be able to convert only 1 out of the 12 leads into his challenge in order to turn a profit? You are destined to win. You can almost not lose with this marketing strategy, guys. That's why I need to be able to show you this. That's why it's so easy. And this is why you're going to generate $100,000 in the next 90 days should you action this. Okay? Here's what happened the next month. September 1 to September 30, we wound down the marketing spend that little bit. As you can see, we spent $700. Our cost per lead went up a little bit, which wasn't too bad, but we still brought in 61 leads for $11 each. We're still got a $79 challenge here, guys, so we're still making some good money, right? And this is what can happen for you as well. Spending that much on per lead, knowing that at least 1 in 2 or 1 in, it's at a 75% conversion rate, you are extremely profitable on the front end. Here's what happened the next month. In October, we got another 73 leads come through the door, guys. We spent $928 that month, but we still got 73 leads. His challenges and his gym was filled to the brim. And it was at this point that we started looking, thinking, shit, we need to get a second location. This is growing so fast that the idea of getting into another gym in the next 12, 15 months has come super quick and in half the time. And this is, once again, this can happen to you. This guy's nothing special. He's a great guy with a great gym, with a great service, but it doesn't take a miraculous gym in order for this to happen. This can happen anywhere, okay? This is what happened the next month. As you can see, we spent a little bit more again. We spent $1,136 in the month of November. But we also achieved 92 leads at $12 each. Our prices really never changed that much, and our results stayed the same. We still got leads, we still got them into the challenge, and we were still profitable, and we still got new members, which meant that this gym was making good money. And that's what's most important, guys. He's now got 2 gym locations. I know what you're thinking, right? That's all great, that's good, but it won't work in my area. I've heard that one a lot. That's great, but it won't work for my niche. Maybe you're really particular. And if so, fantastic, because you can crush your competition because you're in a niche. So that's not actually the case. You've got a niche, you work with a specific kind of person, brilliant. You're going to absolutely smash this. Or maybe you've tried something like this before and it didn't work. Maybe you've had someone do it for you and it didn't work. And the reason being that if someone else has done it for you and that wouldn't have worked, because this person doesn't know the fitness industry. It takes someone who knows the fitness industry, who's walked the walk and walked the talk and knows what you go through and the kind of people are going through, the pains and the problems and the dreams that they have and what they want to achieve in order to make it a success. And if you've worked with people in the past that haven't been able to do it, that's probably the reason why. If you've tried this before, you probably haven't done it particularly correct to this training. And I urge you to keep going, because this is, I'm showing you how easy it really is, guys. Okay, so the lies that you're telling yourself, the thoughts that you're telling yourself that I can't do this and it won't work for my gym because of my service, because of my area, whatever you want to tell yourself, it is bullshit, and you really need to call yourself out on that, because this can work for anybody, but what your beliefs are telling you, what you choose to believe, will dictate what kind of results you get. You either change your beliefs today and say, I'm going to go and do this because this shit's going to work, because you can see how simple it is today, and I've given you everything that you need in a very simplistic manner. Or you're not going to, and you're just going to still twiddle your fingers and hope that something's going to change, and hope that your Instagram posts and your Facebook posts and your videos into your local area and tagging your mates is going to work. And maybe you'll advertise on radio or TV, or you're going to do something like that and just hope that the referral is going to come through. That's fine too. If that's what you want to do, that's great. I'm not holding you at gunpoint to do this. I'm trying to show you how simple and easy it is and why you should do it today. As long as you can follow simple math, guys, you really can't lose here. Follow the numbers, spend a certain amount, spend less than what you're making back from these challenge leads, and you are good to go. You cannot lose, and you won't even spend money on your marketing. You are lucky. You are in a very lucky industry to be able to do that, because some people have to spend money in order to make money. You really don't even need to do that. Okay, you don't even need to be tech smart. The platforms that I gave you just before, the ClickFunnels or the Instapage, that stuff is all done for you. You do not need to know how to code or do anything techie, and it's not even going to take you that much time, guys. Once you set it up, it's set and forget, and it's there. All right, it makes it super easy, and there is no reason why you can't do it today. All right, like I said, you don't need a lot of money. We started with $800. That $800 turned into about $2,400, and then we could just rinse and repeat and ramp up our ad spend. And then we got members on board, so the EFTs started to increase, and all of a sudden we had so much money coming in, we could spend whatever we wanted to, but instead we doubled down and we expanded on another location, and we grew from there. Okay, put it this way: if you spend $1,000, you get 50 leads at $20 each. You close 50% of those leads into a $79 trial. That's $1,975 that you're going to get back into your pocket after you've spent $1,000. That means you've made $975 profit out of that $1,000. Then you can choose whether you're going to spend more or you're going to save it. It's entirely up to you what you do with it, but then you can double down and get more leads. So you spend twice as much as you spent. You're usually destined to get around a double the amount of leads that you got, and the cost will stay relatively the same. Okay, so then you use that 1975 next time, you double your results, and you keep growing and growing from there, and you grow exponentially, and there's no other way to it. It is easy, it is simple, and you do not need to be an expert to make this happen, guys. So look, can you see how easy this is? Let me ask you a quick question. What would life be like 12 months from now if you go and action this? You go, you set up your ads, you set up your landing page, you go and do everything that this training has told you, and you go and be a part of the 1% who take a training, listen, and go and do, and you action everything, and it starts to work. Where would life be 12 months from now should you keep doing that? Will you have more businesses? Will you have more gyms? Will you have more time freedom? Will you have more certainty? Will you be making more money? Look, here's a few things that I can tell you that will happen should you action this. You'll have more money, you'll have more time freedom, you'll have more confidence, you'll have more certainty, and the chances are you might even have more gyms if you want to expand that way as well, guys. There is no other way to it, okay? If all this did was bring leads into your gym for free, which means you didn't profit on the front end, but the leads you got into your challenges were free, would it be worth doing? Do you think that you'd be able to sign even 1 in 5 into a monthly membership? And if so, would you keep doing it? Because if you're smart enough, which I'm sure all of you guys are, you would, because you're making money from every monthly membership that you then sign on, and it's just a rinse and repeat process that you can then keep going and doing. Do you understand? It's super, super easy. And so at this point, guys, you've got one decision to make. You've got a couple of decisions to make. First one, you take what I've shown you today, you go and action everything that we've gone through, and you do be one of the rare people who actually action it, and you get the insane results. And if that's going to be you, fantastic. I want to hear from you in 4 weeks' time, in 6 weeks' time, in 90 days' time, and you can tell me exactly how much this training has helped you and what it's been able to do for you. Or number 2, you consume everything we've gone through and you be like the majority, you do nothing about it. Hence, you get no new results, and you most definitely do not bring in another $100,000 in sales in your business in the next 90 days. And I know this because if you do not take action, nothing's going to change. If you keep doing the same thing you've always done, you're going to keep getting the same thing you've always gotten. And if you aren't getting leads or results now and new members, and you're not growing at the pace you want, it's time to try something new. Okay? Or 3, this is probably a lot of you guys here, right? You've still got some questions more specifically around your gym, your fitness studio, your business, and exactly how it could work. And you need a bit more clarity. You'd like to find out exactly what your gym or studio needs to get to $100,000 in sales in the next 90 days, around your offer, around your pricing, around all of those different kinds of things. If that's you, then great. I've got something special for you. All right, I've opened up some time on my calendar over the next couple of days, the next week. Very limited spots, a few spots open because I'm still busy. I still work with other clients, still consult with other clients. But I've opened up some availabilities on my calendar, moved some things around over the next couple of days. On that call, we're going to go through everything that your business needs in order to succeed. What kind of offer you need, what kind of messaging you need, who are the people that you want to attract if you don't know, what kind of landing page needs to look like, what kind of numbers you need to achieve so that you're profitable or at the very least break even. So you've got some clarity around that. Okay? Then at that point in the call, if at any point you realize that this isn't your strong point, you're not a marketer, you don't want to focus on that, you just want to focus on changing people's lives, helping people get fit and healthy and run your gym because that's what you're great at, and you'd rather have experts handle this side of your business for you and grow you rapidly, and you'd like to know how we at Standout Social, how I and my team can help you do that, well, we can talk about that then, but at no point, if you don't want to talk about that, will we go into that. At no point that if you don't want to get help, you just want some clarity, go for it. Okay, but we need to make sure that your gym is primed and ready to be able to grow, because if not, you're not going to get the results. Okay, here's a little guarantee that I can give you. I guarantee you, but by the end of the call, you're going to have absolute clarity on your offer, on your audience, on your messaging, your price point, your numbers, and what actions you need to take so that you can get the results. So this is your last chance, guys. Hit one of the links below. You'll see one of the buttons below where it's going to say book my one-on-one call, discovery call today. Go ahead and click that button. Book yourself in for a call. If you jump over to the page and you can't see any availabilities, it's because the spots have been taken. If the spots have been taken, either send me a message on Facebook. At the beginning of this training, I gave you a link to my personal profile, my email. Shoot me an email or send me a message on Facebook saying, hey, there's no availabilities, and that's fine. We can book you in. We can find a time to work together, and we'll try and schedule a time for you over the next couple of days or weeks if there are no availabilities there. But this is your chance now to be able to Do things differently. Like I told you guys, if you do what you've always done and that's not getting you the results, nothing's ever going to change. You do the same thing you've always done, you're going to get the same results you've always gotten. You're not going to get some blessing. The law of attraction isn't going to just kick in and you're going to miraculously get 50 leads in. You need to be able to take action on growing your gym, growing your business. If you're ever going to be able to make a change in your business, provide for yourself, your family, and prove to everyone that your gym is the best gym in your area. And this is the best way you're going to be able to do so, guys. I've seen it firsthand. I've been the reason that a gym has been able to exponentially grow the way it has. And this is everything that we've done. And this is everything that you're going to be able to do as well in order to keep growing. So if you're ready to make a change, you're ready to see that kind of growth within your gym, go ahead, guys, click that link below and book yourself in today. And I really look forward to having you on the call. Cheers, guys. I'll chat to you soon.